Welcome to the future.
I wasn't drinking. Who was drinking? It wasn't me. Anyway, what's happening, peoples? Once again, it's BlakJack with another review. And this time we are doing, you know what? I'm going to call an audible on this one. Okay, I have a schedule of what game I want to do. I usually decide which game I want to do after I do the last one. And the last one, as y'all know, was Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which was awesome. But I'm calling it audible on this one, and because we got a game that's coming out soon, Dragon Age 2. So I'm going to review Dragon Age Origins, which is the first one, with all of the DLC. Alright, first, a little bit of a fucking background check. Shall we? Okay, you play as a character created from one of three races: dwarves, elves, or human. Now there are 6 different opening storylines depending on who, and it all depends on what kind of character you pick, and what story you select. Sorry, had an itch in my ear. Ultimately, after some disastrous shit happens, depending on which story you pick, you get recruited by the Grey Wardens. To fight an evil known as the Darkspawn. It's up to you and a motley crew of washy-skinned friends to stop them. And just so you know, these Darkspawn, really ugly looking. Okay, environments are lush and beautiful, and the gameplay is pretty good, pretty damn good. Everything's in real time. Well, not everything, but the combat at least is in real time. You can have up to 4 people in your party at once. And unlike Final Fantasy 13, which I reviewed about a week ago, you can actually pick who's in your party right out of the gate. Or at least until you get to a certain spot in the game, which is actually fairly early. Weapons are abundant, and the enemies come at you fast and furious. And will show absolutely no remorse for your bitch ass. It doesn't matter what race you are. The supporting AI, well, let's face it. The supporting AI is no Stephen Hawking, but hell, it's good. It's good enough for me. And the enemy AI, we're going to say the same thing. It's no Stephen Hawking, but at least it's good enough to give you a challenge. Okay, some downsides with the game. Some of the DLC is really more of a distraction more than add-on, more than giving an extra challenge. I mean, it's great that they had some add-ons to the game, but really, it's like, kind of sort of could have done without. And Awakening and Dragon Age Awakening, which is the expansion pack for Dragon Age Origins, actually takes place actually, you know what? Let's just say it's kind of pointless as well. Okay, BlakJack Review is going to avoid any spoilers for any games. I'm going to do my best to avoid a spoiler. If I do spoil something, I apologize. If you haven't gotten that far. If you all gotten that far, then it's not a spoiler. Also, and this is the one thing that really sent me over the edge, the cutscenes. Your character, you select a full sentence to figure out what they have to say. I mean, the voice acting is really good in this game, but really, come on. If you did it with Mass Effect, where you only pick the intent, why the hell wouldn't you do the same thing with Dragon Age Origins when it came out after the fact? It came out after Mass Effect, and you're doing the same shit you did in Knights of the Old Republic. Come on, BioWare. Get with the fucking program. Anyway, that's enough of that. But anyway, other than those grapes, it's a really, really good game. If you're into mythology, if you're into mythical dragons, big-ass battles, and a funny and a semi-funny but annoying semi-funny, semi-annoying cast, then this game's for you. Other than that, well, if you're not into any of those things, then avoid this game at all costs. I'm gonna give. Okay, let's face it. XPlay gave it a 5 out of 5, which in my case would be an A. I'm not doing it because the one thing that really dropped its score was the cutscenes. That's what really dropped the score. I'm gonna give it a B because it's a great game, but really the cutscenes, they really dropped the ball with the cutscenes. With the selecting of the full sentence of what you want to say. And the fact that the main character does not have a fucking voice. Anyway, this is the episode of BlakJack Review. I'll see you in a few days, and I gotta pee.
This one's for you. Baby, you my everything. You all I ever wanted. We could do it real big. Bigger than you ever done it. You be up on it.